Welcome grade 3 to lesson number 2. I'll be your host for this tutorial. My name is, of course, Big C, and today we're going to be talking about what it means to be a good digital citizen. So if you remember, if you were here on lesson number 1, we talked a little bit about the 3 rules of the computer lab: be respectful, be safe, and be responsible. So we're going to be looking into how we can be safe, respectful, and responsible when going onto the internet. And we're going to be doing that with a site called Digital Passport, and we're going to be sharing our thoughts with another site called Padlet. So of course here you don't see a tutorial because I'm recording that for you right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Digital Passport link, and it will take you to your student login page. And I have created an account so I can see exactly what you see. And when you click login, you should be directed to this page here. Now, you see there are 5 videos which you can watch. However, you may also notice that 2 of the videos are locked. That means when you click on that video, you will not be able to view that video. And the reason for that is I would like us to concentrate on only 3 videos today. So, you can choose any one of these videos to watch. Make sure you have your headphones on, of course. And we'll be directed to a video. We will be directed to a video. It's loading. Awkward silence. Okay, here we go. So,
the first time I probably heard the term cyberbullying, I was in...
Okay, so you can obviously watch that video on your own. Now at the end of this video, you're going to have a series of questions that you're going to be asked based on the video. So go ahead and answer those to the best of your ability. What I want to know, and what I want us to share on today's lesson, is what you learned from watching this video. And we're going to be using another program to share our learning called Padlet. So if we go back to our lesson 2 page, and if you find your class here, for now we only have 3AH and 3KR, but of course if your class isn't on there, it will be by the time you watch this tutorial. So if let's pretend I'm in 3AH, I'll click on that Padlet link, and it will take me to a Padlet. And this is a really cool tool because any changes you make to this file, to this Padlet, anyone can see those changes in real time. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. If you would like to share some of your thoughts about a video that you saw, all you'll do, very simply, is anywhere on this big white wall, you'll double click, and it asks you for a couple of different pieces of information. First of all, your name and the title of your response, and then it says something down here, write something, and of course that something is you sharing your learning from the video that you watched. Now when you type in your name, part about being safe on the internet is of course not to give your full first and last name. So a good idea to with something to write here, if you want to identify yourself, would just be the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. So my name is Neil Clark. I would write NC. And it asks you also to give a title, what this entry is about, what you're writing about. So let's say I watched a video on internet safety. I'll go ahead and make that my title. And then underneath there, we're going to share something that I learned about being safe on the internet. So let's maybe what we just spoke about. Never write your full first and oh, my screen went crazy there. Never write your full first and last name. Now what's cool about Padlet, when I mentioned that these changes are seen in real time, that if you had someone else in a, so your friend or your buddy in another house, even another location, and you both were on the Padlet at the same time, and you were both writing your thoughts on this Padlet at the same time, you could see the changes that are made to the Padlet right when they're happening. So it's not anything that you need to save. In fact, Padlet saves automatically. And then what we're going to do at the end of the lesson is we're all going to have a chat, and we're all going to look at our newly created Padlet wall and basically share our thoughts with one another. So, I hope that makes sense. Again, go to the Digital Passport site, watch a video, answer the questions at the end, and then share your thoughts on the Padlet. Make sure you click on the Padlet for your class. One more thing I will say, that when you do log into Digital Passport for the first time, you will be asked to do a little activity regarding choosing a good password, which is something that we're going to get some practice with this year. So have fun, and I will see you back in lesson number 3.